Silence. So, on behalf of my wife and I'd just like to thank you all for making me here. I know some of you have had to battle with adversity to be with us. First, we sent many of you self-destructing invites which threw themselves apart in the post. Then we omitted important information on the invitations. And finally, in a quest to keep the cost down, we organised a volcanic dust storm across all of Europe. So here's to all of you who can't take a hint. And on that note, I do suggest you keep your glasses charged, so I intend to miss no opportunity for a toast. In all seriousness, now the volcanic dust storm has passed, and those of you who've come down from Scotland have made it here safely, we can look back on the bright side. Caroline, unlike most brides, has not just had a weather forecast to look at 3 or 4 times a day, but she's been able to monitor a weather forecast, a dust forecast, and a snow forecast for Japan. So she really has been truly blessed. Now, despite Caroline's frantic socialising, I did manage to go a few seconds of her time earlier, and I think I can tell you all we're both just so amazingly happy today. Just the most amazing feeling. In fact, ever since that first date, when Caroline drove over to Cheltenham, told me a story about a dead dog swimming past, drove me home after 4 pints. I think I've certainly been blissfully happy. And although I must admit I have made Caroline cry a few times in the past, normally whilst hiking, I'd like to think she feels the same way. Caroline did sum it up really well at a party recently, when she said that she just woke up excited about going to work in the morning, and then wanted to rush home in the evening to be at home together in our new house. And I think it's just, we feel so fortunate that we both feel the same way. Of course, it's not just those things that we both feel really fortunate for. I think we're both blessed with the most amazing family and friends. Now, next bit's going to be tough for me. Caroline's still teaching me how to be verbally expressive, so you might have to bear me with over a few stumbles. So I'd like to thank Caroline's family, who have brought her up just odd enough to be interesting, and just independent enough to still be single when I met her when she was 28. About the finer things in life, but saved the lesson on moderation until I left the university. But very seriously, we both owe so much to our parents. Thank you for always being there for both of us, looking after us when we came home drunk when we were younger, and when we had friends over, we were sitting on the carpet. So, on that note, I'd like to propose a toast to family. Family. I'd also like to talk about the people that we are privileged to call friends. They've both been a huge part of both of our lives. You've travelled the world with us, you've shared your experiences with us, and in my case found new and exciting ways of getting me cold and wet in a variety of different places. So thank you for that. You also provided us with one of the most unique experiences of our lives when you organised a hag do for both of us when we were skiing, aware that people could either only go to a stag do or a hen do. They cunningly combined it in a most amazing fusion, including a song that they wrote especially for us and performed in front of us. It really was quite something. We're also pleased we've got our sort of oldest friends here, Anne and Simon. I've actually known Simon for 28 years now, which is almost long enough for us to get along without arguing, so not quite. In fact, I think some of our arguments have been going on for over 20 years now. We're also lucky to have a whole bunch of new friends here, that people we've met through each other. I've got to say, you'd be surprisingly normal, so thank you. and on that note, I'd like to to enduring friendships. Enduring friendships. Of course, a wedding doesn't organise itself. So, as you'd expect, Caroline and I split the organisation down the middle, 50-50. I did all these spreadsheets and she did all the things on them, which I think you'd agree is a entirely fair split. I would like to thank you for doing so much to make this day what it had to be. But most of all, I'd like to thank you, Caroline, for being my beautiful wife. Thank you. You have made me an enormously happy man. No, I'm crying. You have made me enormously happy. The last few years have just flown by, and the future just looks so bright. Thank you. I'd like to cue bridesmaid. Did you plan this with me? Okay, so when you're the groom. So I'd like at this point to thank my parents. You've helped so much with food, wine, logistics, financial support and ideas. We can't begin to tell you how thankful we are. You just made this so much easier for us both. And also thank you for making us feel included as part of your new family. So thank you very much to you all for that. Applause. There's some dishing out going on. We'll just be one moment. Good. So, I suspect I'm not meant to say anything about the way girls look anymore, but the bridesmaids have both looked amazing, so thank you for that. And also for executing your main duty flawlessly, which was ensuring that Caroline didn't get to the church before dawn. So thank you for that. We've also got a couple of small gifts for you guys. And of course, I'd like to thank the ushers who performed their primary role in the pub flawlessly earlier. So well done. And also, as you'll see later, almost everything electronic that moves, flashes or whizzes has been organised by these guys. So thank you for that very, very much. I'd like to thank Zana as well for the amazing set of cupcakes which we intend to assassinate later. Thank you very much for that. I'd also like to thank... Where are Chris and Claire anyway? Have they gone? Yeah. It's all my next gag. We'll move on. I just worried where they might be. Let's move on. So let's move on to the best man. Now, I didn't want to thank you or give you a gift until you've undertaken your next duty, but Caroline told me to stop being childish, so here you go. To be fair to you, you did organise an epic stag do, and I'm hoping that you do have a few nice thoughts penned for everyone's pleasure in a few moments. Now, of course, best man speeches are meant to tease the limits of reality in order to get a laugh and discredit the groom. But I must admit to being worried about your ability to go over the top. Therefore, I have put some thought into ensuring he doesn't keep on the straight and narrow. Initially, I thought of appealing to your better nature but the stag do proves he doesn't have one. From there I considered blackmail, but it turns out I let my best stories slip when I was best man. Therefore, I have only one alternative. If we can open the bag. One word wrong. And the monkey gets it. So I have to look after that. And if he puts one foot wrong, you know what to do. So on that note, I'd like to hand over to the best man.